Literally my favorite character from that game. In the bottom right part of the map, we have our red Terran player. He needs to take this game in order to stay in the series. It is it's PixelKnight.
Out of the top left, taking game one in commanding fashion, is our pink Zerg player, Faust, aka Drone Drill. Yes. PixelKnight, explicitly stating he does not poopy his pants.
Faust response, maybe.
Maybe.
And PixelKnight says, all right, heart. What does that mean, Pixel? What do we conclude about you now? All right, well, with that thought aside, let us continue.
So yes, Ched, Stormsnout, 15,000 gold. His ult, or his heroic ability rather, he turns into a barrel, gains an obscene amount of shields, and continues rolling forward in perpetual motion. And you can control the direction he rolls in with your mouse.
Oh, it's cool.
Anyone he hits is knocked back and stunned every time he touches them.
So you can just run back and forth over
If
people.
you get caught in the corner in front of Shen's barrel, you can just call that game.
So you're saying that what we should do is I should get Chen, and then you should get Tassadar and get that force field thing, and then you can block people into a corner, and then I'll run them into the corner until
Yes,
they die.
basically, all you do is you turn into a barrel, you lay on top of them, and you spin as fast as you can. And that's exactly what happens.
Okay, that cannot be acting as intended. That's definitely going to get patched.
It's extremely, extremely frustrating to play against.
Because that sounds like ultra retarded. But, yeah, his other ult, as someone in the background was mentioning, that is actually, I believe, his Warcraft 3 ability.
Oh, you could do that in Warcraft 3?
You could split into 3 different things. Yes.
Okay.
But I think the difference being, oh, wow, PixelKnight's CV is just getting shanked, and down goes the Roach Warren. By the way, we're still on one base. So this is going to be a rather shorter game.
A rather shorter game, yes.
Rather shorter game.
One base Roach. He double extractor tricked at the beginning of the game.
Yep. Here's the thing. Like, what you're looking at in this particular case is he wants to get down here with about 6 to 7 roaches. I think at about the 7-minute and 15-second mark if it's done perfectly. I think this was a bit late, so it might be a little later than that. It's going to come down to really how many defenses Pixel has up in time by then. He doesn't... I don't know how much he was able to conclude from what he saw out there. He didn't see an expansion show. He should be pretty nervous. He's getting the natural out, which is not in and of itself a problem, but he's going to need a couple bunkers to be able to hold this as well as repair.
Well, those are going to hit. I don't know. I don't think he realizes what's coming, actually. He doesn't see the Roach Warren at all. So once that hits, he's going to have an expansion and not quite as much army as he would like, I'm sure. Bunkers will help, but the range of roaches.
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing. He just basically needs to outlast the roaches. If he can't, then... Because if he can outlast the initial wave of roaches, there isn't really much behind it. And that's kind of the only thing he's got to be concerned about here. The thing is, there's no bunkers going up, so he's completely misinterpreted what's coming at him. And he can't afford to lose the natural. He doesn't even really need to explicitly lose it as much as just he can have it take some hits for him and then lift off. That is totally acceptable. He's going to need a bunker in the high ground. Still nothing out on the map to watch for this. And this is a fairly decently well-timed thing on this map. I must say, though, King's of Jong Station is much larger than it appears when it comes to rush distance, as you are seeing right now.
Yep, he is dropping a bunker. You know, depending on when Faust hits, it may be done in time.
He's going to have to cancel that, probably. Here comes the attack. He's got to move the Marines back. The Marines are actually more important than the bunker in this particular situation, because if he loses them, he's got no defensive power at all, and the bunker doesn't matter because the Marines are dead.
Oh.
Cancels the bunker. He's going to lose that. Yep. Flips off the command center, so he's going to keep that alive. Up goes the wall, and now he's getting a Marauder. He's going to need a couple of these. Actually, 2, 3 Marauders. I think about 3, 4 Marauders he could actually hold this off. And this is annoying, but...
Oh,
interesting
no.
decision from House to take the natural of his opponent. actually don't like this very much because share.
Sure.
I don't particularly like this all that much because honestly, Pixel's going to be able to kill this pretty quickly. And then Faust is not only going to, have to give up the front, he's going to straight up lose his base as well.
Yeah, he's got 3 more roaches on the way, and yeah, I think Pixel will be able to build up enough forces though to take care of those roaches after.
Yeah. He actually, the thing is with this attack, I think you kind of need to end the game or do some pretty serious econ damage. He kind of hasn't. And this command center is actually just going to float down here and land and then keep mining.
Drop a couple
So
mules, yep.
he's not checking down there at all. Oh, wait, is he now? Yeah, Faust suspects it. Okay. He's going to look and be like, what are you doing now? Oh, hi there. And then that mule's going to like, I'm just going to keep mining. Don't mind me. Never mind. Ow!
Oh no!
But this is actually, in its own way, an important bit of information for Pixel, is that he sees that his opponent is continuing to build roaches. He sees that a hatch has gone down, but the military production has not stopped, so he's totally justified in pushing out even more units. And he's got 4 Marauders already, as well as 4 Marines. Bunker on the high ground, and he's getting combat shields.
Yep, and Marauders do get double damage for armored, so...
I do not like this decision. He can't really fight with that too well, and he loses 2 roaches without really accomplishing anything. Gets 1 shot off on the supply depot, not even enough to burn it down, really. And he's gonna... Okay. Basically, if Pixel leaves soon, he'll be fine. It looks like he's gonna get a couple siege tanks. That'll do it.
Yeah, I would say so. So behind this, Faust is getting his natural. I hope he doesn't expect to mine from Pixel's natural, but... looks like he is. And he's got a queen and everything. Gonna get shut down pretty quick once the siege tanks arrive.
Losing that Overlord is going to be a little bit of an issue. Supply blocking Faust for a bit. He's got another one coming out. It's going to be a little bit before that recovers, so this is an opportunity for PixelKnight to actually build up his army beyond what Faust will be able to handle at the front.
Right. And Pixel did land his second command center and is proceeding to mine from that.
Of course.
So.
3 times charm.
Yes. Faust is going to move his Overlord up here again.
It's got to be careful. Oh, I see what he's going to try and do. This is probably not going to work since siege modes are done.
Yep.
Boom.
He just now realizes what's going on here.
He's trying to engage at the front now. He sees the siege tank isn't really able to respond to that. Trying to push down the front. He's going to lose the supply depot. But both of the spine crawlers are dead now, and there's basically nothing here. Getting a few lings to help out with this. That siege tank, though, is in just a good enough position to actually be able to fire most of the roaches. Good positioning from PixelKnight to actually fire right in this particular spot as lings come out. They won't be able to do much. There's no speed. The lings, so I'm not expecting them to be able to do anywhere near as much as either. And the third of Faust is not dead. Yes, I did say third. Yes, I know he has natural. And this game is still essentially even.
Yep, essentially reset here. Both players have 2 bases.
Nice shot there.
Getting very bloody over here.
Now, of course.
Yeah, he's going to continue to try to push the issue, but I don't know if that's a good idea at this point. He's probably just... he's getting a Baneling Nest as well.
If he can buy enough time for that, I think that'll be really effective here. Baneling Nest Banelings along with Storm are notoriously effective in the lower leagues. So, well, not if your whole army dies before you get them. Wow. 4 army supply to 31 now? Let's see what Pixel does. See, at this point, this is a weird place to be in after you've defended something like this, because you're asking yourself, well, do I just go kill him or not? Now, a person who's really experienced with the game is going to have the snap answer to that, and what tends to happen with everybody else is you kind of hesitate for a bit, and then you pick one or the other.
Yep.
Which often gives the other person, if they didn't hesitate, a lot more power. Of course, in this particular situation, Faust is trying to grab more tech, which I find which is interesting, but is actually causing him to fall really far behind. He's at 50 supply versus the 78 of his opponent, and as long as Pixel continues to macro, he'll probably be fine.
He does have a few more drones, though. I don't... honestly, though, with no army, that's not really going to matter too much. He's getting the infestation pit. Do you think he's going to go for infestors or swarm hosts at this point?
Swarm hosts would be the more logical decision in terms of they're extremely efficient. You can get a lot of mileage out of them, might allow you to crawl back into the game. But infestors are the fun choice that allow you to do things like, sneak into your opponent's base. And I just heard a couple scans go off, so I'm pretty sure that Pixel's seen the natural. Has he seen the main? Does he know what's in there? No, he hasn't. He, for some reason, has not actually scanned the main base, so he doesn't know that. But he is grabbing tower. He's grabbing some detection over at his bases. He suspects Mutalisks, I think, and ironically, he's going to defend him from infestors if that's what he goes. The thing is, I'm not actually seeing either, so it's possible that Faust is saving up for ultras.
Yep, he's going right to Hive now. He's on 3 bases. He doesn't have the gas at the 3rd base. I don't know. Ultras are very gas intensive. If he was going for ultras, wouldn't he have had the rest of those?
Maybe. The thing is, like, this is not an ordinary build.
Well,
this is a morph out of a cheese build. Morph out of a cheese build always looks weird.
morph out of a cheese build.
You're growing mold on mold.
Yeah, you're growing mold on... Yeah, mold on mold, exactly. I was just going to say moldy cheese. It's getting old, it's getting stale. You don't know what to do with it. You don't want to throw it away. You just bought it.
Don't eat it.
You put it on your sandwich and you bite into it and you go, oh my god, this tastes terrible.
You immediately regret that decision. Now, unfortunately for Faust, he's gone so far into getting ultras that what's probably going to happen here is he's going to get his ultras, but the rest of his base will be dead.
Yep, Ultra Cavern he's working
Ultras build slowly, and he's not going to have chitinous plating. They will not survive this army very well. It's still possible that he can get away with this, but it's going to be tough. He's going to run the lings around the side. This is an incredibly bad place to engage this army from, though, as he's just going to run up to the back of the siege tanks, which are perfectly defended by the marauders, and all the lings are essentially going to die. Oh, well, there's nothing to defend here now. He's got 15 army supply coming out. He's just about to be able to build the ultras. He's going to be able to start building the ultras. 6 ultras coming out. They'll be out here to help defend the base in about, well, at this point, 40 seconds or so.
I don't think it's going to be in time.
This is going to be on 1 base by then, that's for sure. The real question is, where are the ultras coming from? 2 ultras being built over at the 3rd. 4 ultras being built in the main base. He's got really nice positioning on these siege tanks. Moving 1 up. Oh, chitinous plating is actually being researched. This is a desperate move from Faust, but he actually... He will get them out. Will they be enough? It's going to come down to how good Pixel's at kiting. There comes the attack. 1 siege tank's just kind of wigging out in the center right there. There's a lot of marauders in this army. That's a ton of damage against armored units. These ultras just die.
Oh.
Well, that's expensive. GG. PixelKnight takes game 2.
Yeah. Oh, they started to really chew through the bio and then nothing.
It's like that 1 siege tank that was just kind of wiggling back and forth there, and then the other one next to it, I think actually prevented most of the ultras from getting anywhere near the army.
Right, exactly.
Woo! Pathing of the Dragoon!
Honestly,